Hello, grade 7. Welcome to our mathematics class. We will be discussing today for mean for group data using the coded deviation formula. We will be guided with the following objectives. We state the formula in finding the mean of group data using the coded deviation. And secondly, we will compute the mean of group data using the coded deviation. This is the coded deviation formula. It is read as mean is equal to assumed mean plus the summation of ft all over the summation of f times I for the class interval. This comprises the am, which is your assumed mean, your d, which means the deviation, your I, which means the class interval, and summation of ft, which is the sum of all the product of each deviation with corresponding frequency. These are the steps in solving the mean of group data using coded deviation. The first one, we need to determine the assumed mean. After determining the assumed mean, we will be assigning the coded deviation for each class interval. Then, we multiply the coded deviation with the frequency and we substitute the formula and solve for the mean. Let's have this example. We can see it has classes, it has frequency, and it has class mark. The first step that we need to do is we determine the assumed mean. How do we determine the assumed mean? The assumed mean is the class mark of the class interval with the highest frequency. So we need to locate first the class interval with the highest frequency. As we can see, the class with the highest frequency here is this one, which class 31 to 35 with a frequency of 12. So therefore, the class mark of this class interval is 33. Then we can say that the assumed mean is 33. Now, after determining the assumed mean, we go now for the second step, we assign the coded deviation. How do we assign the coded deviation? We always start where is the assumed mean and we put 0 for the assumed mean. Then, going upwards, we will be assigning positive consecutive integers. So we start with 1, 2, 3. Then going downwards, we will be assigning the negative integers starting with -1, -2, -3, -4. Always remember that we always start with the assumed mean, which is at a class 31 to 35 and we put it 0. Then going upwards, it will be positive and going downwards will be negative. So we are now done assigning the coded deviation. Next, we multiply the coded deviation with the frequency. So the coded deviation here are located at the fourth column and the frequency is at the second column. So we multiply the frequency with the coded deviation, 3. So 1 times 3, that is 3. The same true with the second class interval, the frequency is 5 multiplied to the deviation, which is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 11 times 1 is 11. 12 times 0 is 0. 11 times -1 is -11. 5 times -2 is -10. 2 times -3 is -6. 1 times -4 is -4. After multiplying the coded deviation with the frequency, we need to get the sum of the frequency multiplied to the deviation. To make it simpler, we just add first the positive result, which are 3, 10, and 11. 3 plus 10 plus 11 is equal to 24. The same true with the negative results, -11, -10, -6, and -4. When added together, the result is -31. Now, when we add 24 and -31, since they have different sign, we are going to subtract them. So 31 minus 24, you are correct, that is 7. So we will be following the sign with the greater absolute value, which is negative. So therefore, the sign is negative. So we will have -7. So we could say now that the summation of ft, or the summation of the product of the frequency and deviation, is equal to -7. So the next step, we need now to substitute the formula. So The formula consists of the assumed mean, the summation of ft, the summation of f, and the class interval. So let's determine first each part of the formula. The assumed mean, we know that the assumed mean is 33. Then, the summation of ft is the result of adding all the ft's. We have answered that already before, which is negative 7. The summation of f, or the summation of frequency, when we add all the frequency, that would be 40. And the class interval is the number of categories included in the classes. So we have, for example, 11 to 15, that would be 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So therefore, there are 5 categories involved in this class interval, or in each class interval, there are 5 categories. Therefore, the class interval is equal to 5. Now we substitute the formula and we will get this one. Your assumed mean is 33, your summation of ft is negative 7, your summation of f is 48, and your class interval is 5. We now solve. Negative 7 divided by 48 times 5 would be equal to negative 0.73. Mean now is equal to 33 plus negative 0.73. We add, since this is positive and the other one is negative, we are going to subtract them. Therefore, the result is 32.27. So therefore, the mean of this group data is 32.27. So if you're going to use the log method or the coded deviation, you will still get the same result. So it's up to you what method is easier for you. That's all for today. See you again for the next video.